Hello. Hello everyone, welcome again to this live broadcast. I hope everything you are doing well and everything is going well with you. I don't know. Let me share, please. As you are joining this live section, remember to like and share this broadcast so that others can be able to join us. So today we are, as you can see about the title, we are going to be talking about confidence again. I think I made something like that. Hello. Let's see. I didn't connect Facebook. It should start here. I'm trying to connect this live broadcast with Facebook. So, hello, welcome everyone. As you're welcoming, please give this live stream a like and also share so that others can be able to join us. Yeah. I'm trying to connect this to my Facebook. I don't know what's going on here. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. The thing keeps going back. No. And I hope it won't change. I can't do that. I've done my best here. I don't know why it's not streaming on Facebook. Anyway, let me not bother myself about that. Like I said, we are going to be talking about confidence in today's video. This is so crucial because we need it in our daily lives. That's the only way we can know exactly what we are up to. So, how do you build confidence? I keep saying this because I have not shared. Let me share this, please. As you are joining, give us a like and also share this broadcast so that others can be able to join us. That's the essence of sharing the broadcast, so that they will be able to join us in this live section. So we need this in every area of our lives. Confidence is the key to build anything you want in life. How can you be confident in yourself if you don't really believe in yourself? There are certain things you need to do, actions you need to take in order to be confident, and if you don't take those actions, you will not succeed. As you're joining, remember to like and share this live broadcast so that others can be able, so that this video can be seen by others. That's the essence. It's not like it's costing anything. Share, like, share anywhere you think you can share to. I think I need to share to my Facebook and invite them here because I'm trying to log on to Facebook. I did it, but I don't know why I connected everything. Sometimes it's like this. So without taking much of our time, in as much as today I'm going to be kind of brief, I'm not going to say everything about it, but I'm going to give you the main thing you need to build confidence, because there are main critical actions, like few steps you need to take when building confidence. This is crucial. This is vital in everything we do in this life. Do not overlook this. It might seem small. It might seem kind of, do you really think it can do it? It's a magic game changer. If you can be consistent in this little thing I just said, like I'm going to be sharing with you, because the truth is, confidence, you need it in every area of life. You need it in every area of life. So let me share, please bear with me. All right, not yet. So, talking about confidence, I'm done with that. So, thank you for your time, for being patient with me in these few minutes, just to send this thing. I don't know what Facebook is doing over there. It doesn't want to connect me, so I don't want to force it either. So the thing here is, I'm going to be sharing with you just 3 things. There are certain things we can do in order to build our confidence, but everything boils down to yourself, like to myself. If something pop up to you and you are there, all of a sudden you get to see that all of a sudden things started happening. Please wait a minute. So all of a sudden, things happen. In life, we go through a lot of situations that sometimes makes us feel like we don't deserve it, whereas we do. So building confidence is something you need to pay attention to. It's our daily activity, daily lives. It's not something you do once and you forget about it. No, it's something you do once, you keep doing, you keep repeating. Like, there are certain things I do this intentionally every day. You know why they say the way you dress is the way you are dressed? I practically do those things to get the ideas of how things really function. Confidence starts within yourself. First of all, you have to believe in yourself. But if you are having self-doubt, it will be difficult for you to build confidence. It will be a challenging one because you really do not think your own words matter. You know, you really do not think, "Oh, does it really matter?" That's what you may think. But in reality, your viewpoint is not the same with my viewpoint. Like I said, there was a video I saw, and this video, you know, like I said, the way we understand things is not the same way. The way we understand things is not the same way we are. Hello, I hope you are hearing me. Please, I would like to know in the chat box. I can't even see my chat box this side. I hope you are hearing me. Please, as you're joining, remember to give us the like and share this video to others so that others can be able to join us in this live section. So, the thing here is, confidence have to start within you. Like, if you really think what you have in mind does not matter, give it a try. Like I said, I always try out things. Sometimes when people say something, I don't just keep quiet about it, but what I do is very simple and clear. I go straight to practice in different areas to get point of view. You know this thing they say, the way you dress is the way you be addressed. Yes, those things is exactly the way it is. So many times I do this often. I go into, I may just a day like this, I'll just decide not to make up. I'll just decide not just to be, just, you know, there are times I do these things, but I do them intentionally. It's not like no, I intentionally do them. And I do get some feedbacks. I laugh. Some will not even look, not to talk of noticing you. But when you dress drastically beautiful, like good, everyone will want to, like, you know. So I'm like, wow, indeed. So these things, why I said this, because I summon the courage. One, you have to have courage if you want to build confidence in yourself. Why the noise? If you want to build confidence in yourself, you have to always be courageous to take the bold step. Like I don't really know how else I can explain this, but I will make sure I keep giving you what you need so that it can really enter. One, you have to take the bold step. In life is not all about what people say. What you say matters. Apart from what you say, your thinking, what's going on in your head matters a lot. And if you're not confident, you can't share them. You can't share them. So that's the thing I noticed about confidence. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for giving us, letting us know in the chat box. Thank you. So the thing here is, for you to build confidence, first of all, you have to always be prepared. Why I say this is, these are everyday, daily things we see. Like I see this daily. If you are not prepared, there is no way you can build that confidence. So confidence, first and first, is you need to get prepared, ever ready at all time. Like the soldiers, the military men, they are always ready. Whenever they send them to anywhere, the nurses, they pack their load and they are going there. So they are not giving excuses. I have family, I have this, I have to take care of. No, they have to move. So if you want to become confident, build that confidence in your life, you have to be ready. this is the practical step you need to take. You have to be ready to get it out there. If it is acting, act. If it is speaking, speak. But you have to be extremely ready. Confidence requires courage. So you have to summon that courage and face the world the way it is. One thing I notice is that when building confidence, you don't try to say, no. You can't. You just have to follow your heart the way it's leading you, because that's your instinct telling you what to do and how to go about it. You need to follow up. You need to practice these things daily. It's not just what you practice once and you leave it. There was a time, let me give this because this is something that whenever I look back at, I smile. Not just I smile, it gives me confidence that I can never be intimidated by anyone, by anything. You know, if you don't have confidence in yourself, do you know what happens? You can't even be able to demonstrate or to explain or to defend what you have. There is someone I know, and the truth, this is a real life story. This person was in a train. He already had a ticket, and this happened a few years ago, many years ago, about up to 5 years now, if I'm not mistaken. This person had a ticket, but in this train, because the way they buy the ticket, the way they do, depends on where they are going and everything. So they needed like 2 tickets together, a kind of another ticket to join the other, so you can board another train. So, but this person had this ticket. But do you know what happened? Immediately, the checkers, not the policemen, just checkers, those who check tickets in the train, you know. So immediately the checkers came into the train and started checking, and they asked this guy for his ticket. He gave one of the tickets, I guess it's one of the tickets, and they said he's supposed to have had to, because this guy is the type that can't defend anything. Like, this oh yes member, everything is okay, the way you say it is okay. So they said to him, no, you have to go down from the train. You can't board this train with this ticket. So, but he had another ticket, but he could not, because of he doesn't have the confidence like to confront. Like I don't really know, but sometimes we do not see it as, can't we defend it? So he cannot be able to defend that. And this was what happened. They chased him out of the train. And he went down off the train and said he doesn't want any trouble. And I'm like, really? Like, seriously? So you can't just tell them, I had another ticket, bring it out and let's do the comparison. And I'm like, jeez, why? Why are we just letting situation happen for no just cause? Because confidence will help you defend, stand your ground, and still move forward in life. And when you look back, that will give you more courage, more confidence to always confront any situation. And this incident happened, and I'm like, Jesus, these are grown men. I wonder what they will teach their children. Because that's why I say we should learn to teach this in our children. Like my daughter came home the other day and was asking me something about her teeth. And I said, I didn't say anything. The next thing was, she was looking at the mirror. I said, something has happened. And I asked her, why are you looking at the mirror? She was looking at her teeth at the mirror. And I'm saying, and she said, nothing. I said, no. Did anyone talk to you at school about your teeth? She said, yes. I said, that's it. Because they have given you another meaning. Confidence is all about knowing where you belong and standing, sticking there. If it is going forward, move forward. Don't be afraid of whatsoever is behind or in front or anywhere. Just move forward. So I started telling my daughter something. I started telling her how I grew up. Listen, you children nowadays doesn't open up. You children nowadays don't even fight. I encourage her to go out there and fight. Fight for your rights. You know why? Why is that? If you cannot fight when you are a child, you cannot fight again in your adults, because no one fights in their adults. Any adult that fights today is not a correct one. Something is wrong somewhere. So there are things, like the Bible says, milk are for the children, meat are for adults. You can't give raw meat to a child because that child has not grown to be able to masticalize like the meat. They need milk, soft things. So things have stage in life. We need to build the stage. I encourage my children to fight, defend themselves out there, because I cannot be fighting for you. My parents had never fought for me. Like I said, my parents has never fought for me. I fought for myself. When I go out there, I make sure I be on my lane, do my thing, do whatever I like. But when you trespass, I tell you, hey, stop it there. There was a day I was going to, we bought a train, me and my family. So we were going to Rome. And it was a night train. Yeah, it was a night train that day. We bought the train. But before then, it was during COVID. So, but before I bought this train ticket, you must go to their office to buy the ticket. So I made inquiries. And they said I can buy the ticket to board for wherever I'm going to. And I said, okay. And what about vaccination of a thing? And they said, you must have your, what do they call it then? There is this thing that shows maybe if you are vaccinated or whatsoever. But it's not actually, the person who told me didn't say you must be vaccinated before you board. So I went and did the stuff, the check, and they gave me for traveling. That was what they did then. So back in Italy. So I had every one of the copy, mine and that of my children and family, my husband as well. We had ours, but we did not vaccinate. So as we bought the train, we were in the train. It's all night, almost all night train. So we bought the train. Now we were in the train. Before I board the train, I had, before even the day, some days before that travel, I had a revelation. And it was, you know, that kind of revelation you see, somehow you feel afraid. So I have this revelation. It's kind of scary. So, but I handed everything over to God. I prayed. And I prayed over it and asked God, I don't know what this thing is all about. This happens about I don't know, I can't really say exactly, but it's some years back. And I said to God, I don't really know exactly what this is, but I know it's not a good one, but we must conquer. And I prayed about it. Do you know that after praying about this revelation I had, then comes that day we boarded the train on a February. I cannot forget that month. 14th February. It was on a Valentine's Day. So we boarded the train and we were going. We have not gone up to, I think we have passed Milan. We have gone far, a bit far, but we are not close to Rome. So when the checkers now came in, already this checker is a lady. And sometimes some people see you, they feel, I don't know why. So this lady saw me and so I kept quiet. And she said we should bring out our tickets. I brought everything out. And she said, what about our vaccination stuff? I brought everything out. She said, no, we cannot get into this train. I said, really? And she said, yes. I said, okay. Why? She said, yes, because you are not vaccinated. I said, but that's not the rule. That's not the law. And she said, anyway, you will never get to your destination. I said, bet me, I've already gone there. She left. The next thing she did was to call the police. And the train never moved. She called the police on us. And the police landed. Already, because I have seen a revelation before, so I am ever prepared. Already I told my people, my children and husband, don't move an inch from your seat. Just wait for my instruction. And we were there. The police came and they said, madam, can I see your tickets? I gave them the ticket. Can I see your vaccination stuff? I gave them everything we had. And they said, madam, you cannot board this train because you don't have the right documents for this train. I said, why? So, you know, they first of all came because they saw we are blacks. We are not their color, because they look at color very well. So, and I said, anyways, I'm sorry. I have bought this train and it's taking me direct to where I'm going. I am not stepping an inch from this train. This train will take me to my destination, and that's my goal. So as I said, the policeman was like, so they came, first of all, they were coming one. They didn't come together. So after a while, another set came and started. They talk. I said, I'm sorry. I did everything I'm supposed to do. I don't think I owe any of you anything. They said they want to see my documents. I said, no, you can't see my documents. I'm sorry. I hold it. They said, okay, madam, let's... So they tried everything possible. They now said to me, madam, let's get you to another train. I said, I'm sorry. What I was thinking in my heart is, another train this midnight. Who are you cheating? Who do you think is a fool here? And I said to them, I'm sorry. I have families and they are here. They are not moving an inch. I am not moving an inch either. And as I was saying this, I was seriously telling them listen, I know my right. You can't stand on me, no matter what you think you are. So they did this to the extent they called about up to 7 or 8 policemen. They tried all their best, they could not. And they sent for a woman, a policewoman, to come talk to me calmly. The woman came and wanted to take me. I said, I'm sorry, madam. I would have loved to, but I can't. She was friendly, you know. That's how they do. They will just come, play with you, think things are okay, but in reality, you'll be fooled. And I said, I'm sorry. I would have loved to, but I can't. I have bought this train and I'm not moving an inch. This is my right and I'm standing on it. Do you know what later happened? They were looking for every ways to make sure, because the lady, the checker, has already vowed that I must get down off the train. That's where I told the checker, I'm sorry to bust your bubbles. I will not step an inch from this train. I'm not going out of this train. So the train was there for up to 1 hour, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't move. They said, madam, you are the one holding this paper. I said, no, I'm not holding anyone. I'm not the driver either. So they chose to sit. So let's sit. If they choose to move, we'll move. But as for me moving out of this train, I can't, because I have everything I'm supposed to have to board this train. Now, this train is not a fast train. You will say that maybe there are certain kind of train. No. And that was it. So now, that was not the end of the story, but I'll cut the story short. What they did was they tried everything. So they started, they saw my husband, they started talking to my husband, and I told my husband, I speak my language to my husband, never you step an inch. If you step out, you're on your own. I'm not involved. I will fight for my own right. I will do what I'm supposed to do. And they tried to convince him to follow them. I said no. He later said he can't leave his family to anywhere. Then a policeman came and started quarreling me. I said, you're an idiot to open your dirty mouth to talk to me. Who do you think you are? I should be afraid of you because you're a policeman. Who are you? Who are you? And that was what I said. And the guy was like, oh. I said, you too. And that was it. He said he could have handcuffed me. I said, but you can't do that. You can't. Because I'm on my lane. I'm on my right. I'm doing my what I did was what I'm supposed to do. I didn't go wrong because I made a research. I thoroughly researched before I bought it. I did this. I bought the ticket. And that was it. Now, until my husband decided to go with them. And they brought the police lady to come and stay with us and be, convince me. So they took time. So I'm like, where did this man follow them to? And later on, he came and said they gave us a place. But before then, people were like, madam, before that happened, people were like, madam, you are the one who do. I said, mind your business. I wasn't talking to you. Be on your own. If you are in a haste, you get down off the train and go and board another. And that was it. So they now saw that indeed I was ever prepared. I was prepared for the journey. So what they did was they called my husband one side and he later went with them. And there were people in the train. There were people in the train. Not like there are not few, there are people in the train. But this thing, people cannot talk. They cannot defend themselves. And, they think everyone is the same. And I said to them, I'm sorry. There is nothing I can do. They now said, they now noticed that I have vowed not to shift. Like shifting in, not to get down of the train. Because they planned to take me away from the train. But I said, no, it's not possible. So what they did was they took my husband to another coach, a coach where they sleep, and they started talking to him, trying to convince him what. So the head, they called their head, the police people called their head, and the head was there, and the head started talking to my husband, started telling him, we are not going to chase you again from the train, but please, can you and your family come and stay in this coach? Because in the coach is where they sleep, like you have 4 beds up, so there were 4 beds there, but no one was in the coach. So they brought my husband there and they told him all this. Now, after they told him all this, he asked them, how sure is he that you people are not going to do anything to them if they are in this coach? Because when you're in that coach, it's kind of separate, is a separate room. It's not like you board a train, you sit and you are seeing everyone. No, this one you are in that room, just you. So they said nothing will happen. It's just for you to just come out of the public from that side and stay here. So he believed them, and he came to me and said, they are asking us to stay so place. So I'm like, how sure are you? That was what I said. How sure are you? And he said he's convinced, because he has already, asked them. He's convinced that nothing will happen. I said, are you sure? Because this time, if I should give up, it's in your care. Anything that happens from now is in your care. And he said, no worries, trust me. So I said, okay, no worries. That's the only condition I gave her, that I can go to a coach, not stepping out of the train, because the checker wanted me out of the train. And I said, it's not possible. Me and the family out of the train, it's not possible. So what we did, I went there to see the place they said they gave us. It was, sleeping 4 beds for 4 people, but we were 6 in number. So we were there. I came there. I said to them, how sure are we that this place is safe for us? This one, you people brought us out from there and keep us here. And they said, yes, madam, because we have taken enough time. We need to, put you here. They don't speak English, it's in Italia, but so you need to be here so that there will be no more. Maybe the checker said to them, he doesn't want to see us ourselves. I don't know, I don't care. So that was why. Then I said to them, no worries, if I'll be safe here, but if anything should happen, I'm ever prepared. And the next thing they said, documents. Because they were asking for these documents for a long time. And they were having some things in mind when they were doing this. So I'm like, their faces immediately, they said documents, and we were about to bring the documents. I was seeing their faces. I'm like, what were they thinking? Immediately my husband brought his documents, and so I'm like, oh, this is what you people do to people, to foreigners. You feel that everyone doesn't have a document, so you can put them in jail. You can. I started yelling at the guy, and that wanted to. I said, you see it, there is nothing you can do to me. And he said, you're so lucky. I said, it's not about lucky. It's about knowing what to do and when to do that. I am never afraid of you. And that was it. So why do I have to narrate this? I narrated this because I know that when you are building confidence, you have to ever be ready. I keep saying this. Like, when things happen, speak up when you can. I do see a lot of people being bullied, even in buses, when I enter bus in Italy. Some people will just, and there are crazy things I do, I don't even give a damn about it. I will take my music into the bus and I will be playing my music wherever I go to. They will not talk. They will not do anything. Why? Because I know it's my right. It's a public bus. I can do anything I want. But then, there are people who can't even defend just a simple thing. If you see yourself maybe in any situation that you are afraid just to speak up, please, before you take any action, always ask yourself, what am I doing? Is it the right step to take? And if this is the right step, direct me on what to do next. Because to be honest, there are times you don't even know what to do. But the situation will appear and you will face it. However it comes out, you don't care. However it comes out, you don't care. But you are ready, and the universe will bring you solutions, will bring you ways you can be able to conquer this situation. So for you to build confidence, you have to ever be prepared, like be prepared all the time. Another thing is decision making. You have to be ready to, okay, what decision am I making now? Because there are situations in life, you may not even know the outcome, but you know that this decision is right for you, but how it's coming out, you may not know. So what do you need? Just believe in yourself. If your spirit tells you, go on, no worries, go on. The universe will present you, will give you tools, everything you need to just work and achieve that thing that time. So that's the main reason you have to build confidence. We need confidence. Our children these days can't even defend themselves. They will be at school, people will be bullying them at school. I told my son one day, I always talk to them about confidence, that you can't intimidate me no matter who you are. You can't. No way. You know, that if you feel you can intimidate me, that means you have not been born, because I know who I am. Now, I keep telling my children all the time, because they keep giving me, you know, when sometimes they come home, the small ones will tell me, Mommy, do you know what happened today at school? Someone was mean to me, someone did that to me, said this to me. And I'm like, oh, what did you say in return? In as much as this is one thing God, Jesus himself showed us practically. Jesus himself practically showed us how to defend ourselves. He came for two reasons: to show us how to be wise, and two, how to love. But we never pick these things. We pick the wrong things. He's the greater of wisdom, like he's the greatest when it comes to wisdom. The practical things he did, even when the 5,000 people, when people were following him, he told him, listen, I know you're not following me because you like me, you're only following me because of the food, the thing you get to eat. Because he knows he will provide manna for them to eat. He will give them something to eat. Is it not wisdom that makes him to realize, oh, because a lot of us are being fooled that I'm here because of this, whereas that is not why. So wisdom, we need to act at the right time. Even the time they tried to stone him to death, he just find his way out there. He left there, but no one knew how come he left. It was wisdom. Just believe in yourself. You see, everything God says, if you believe in me, Jesus said, if you believe in me, I and the Father will come live in you. What is your heart saying? What exactly is your heart saying? If what I'm saying, please, if what I'm saying is resonating, please let me know in the chat, or in the chat box, or in the comment section. Please, this will be helpful. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think in the chat section if this is resonating with you. Because we need to build confidence in everything we do. In our lives, in the lives of our children. There are adults out there who can't really, do things and be bold about what they are doing. The truth is, you need to, like I said, confidence requires you being ready at all times. And also it requires you making decisions. And do you know one thing I love about confidence? It makes you think critically. You go beyond. You don't just, say anything or do anything. You have already critically thought about it. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. This is helpful. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much. So, the thing here is, you have to think about the decision you are making. What do you think will be the outcome? Even if you don't, there are times we don't know the outcome of our decision. There are times we know. But the goal, the main thing you need to focus your attention on is to listen to your heart. Your body or your head might be saying something else, but your heart may be saying something different. Your heart is where you need to listen to. Jesus showed us how to be wise. Throughout his living. Now, first of all, when he started his work, 12 years old, that was the time when his parents, Mary and Joseph, went home thinking Jesus was with them. And when they got home, they couldn't find him. They have to come back again to Jerusalem looking for Jesus, in search of Jesus. And when they saw him, listen, I need you to practically listen to what he said to them. They said, son, first of all, they met him in the mix of elders. And as they met him there, he was teaching the elders. But the parents were furious. And they said, son, why would you do such a thing to us? Do you know what he said to them? That's to tell you his wisdom is not here. It's not from here. He said, don't you know that I will do the work of my Father? It's courage at the age of 12. And some children at the age of 15 can't even speak and defend themselves, but they can bully others. They can bully people, but they can't really defend themselves when it comes to real defending, like fighting for themselves. I told my daughter that very day, listen, you have to learn to fight. If you cannot fight now that you are a girl, you are a child, when will you fight? When you become an adult. Teens fight. In my teen, I fought very well. I'm not a fighter, but when you look for my trouble, you will see the lion in me. I mind my business, but when you look for my trouble, you see me in action. And no one can save you because I must unleash my anger on you. And that's me. So I told her, listen, that's when I can fight. And I was proud of that because I've never cried, come home, telling my parents, someone did this to me, someone did that to me. No. Children of nowadays complain, come home crying. And when they come home, they fight inside the home instead of fighting outside. I keep telling my children, listen, you have to learn to do what? To fight outside. All your powers, all your anger, unleash it out there. When you come in here, put everything out there and come in. In this way, we can raise strong children and confident children who can stand their rights. Even in workplaces, I do see a lot of things happen in workplaces. People don't talk. And I keep saying, why would you? Okay, there was a day I was there in the office and someone was complaining, was like, so I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on? He said, cold. And I said, cold? So I looked up. He said, yeah, that's. I said, is he not warm? He said, no. I said, then what stops you from telling them to? He said, no. And I'm like, why? Why won't you tell them that this is cold or you relocate or not? He said, that's part of it. So I'm like, what do you mean part of it? And he said, it's all part of it that he's not saying anything. And I'm like, this is an adult, a 21-year-old person. And I'm like, how will the childhood look like if the adult is this way? And I said, I don't know, to be honest, I do not really know. But we need to start small. Another way you can build confidence for yourself is set little goals. Like small goals. Like, for example, tell yourself, today, if you always attend a meeting, maybe group meeting with people, and you have not been speaking up, maybe when you have something to say, you keep it to yourself. Instead of saying it, you say, no, everything is okay. Whatever I say is okay. Now, start practicing when you get to gathering or meetings with people. When they say something, even if you agree with what they said, try asking questions based on what they said. Because it will strike more conversation. And when you ask a question, it will bring more conversation that will make you to ask or speak your mind. This is how I always do it. I don't feel afraid to talk to people or what they might think. Who cares? They can think anything. What matters to you may not matter to them. So that's why you have to know that most times people don't even care. That's the truth. We always pay attention to what people will think about us, what people will say about. People are busy. No one cares. Honestly, no one cares. So the point exactly is very simple, and that is, you need to give yourself little goals like this. Try speaking up, and when you do, at the end of the day, reflect on it. Ask yourself, how did you feel? Did you feel okay? Did anyone, because at times when we want to speak up among groups, we just, we have stupid adults. I'm sorry to say this, but we have some adults that are not well trained. When you are speaking, maybe these true kind of words, silly words, and I'm like, I don't think this person had a parent even. These are the things we need to teach our children so that they become a grown adult, confident adult. That adults will be proud and be bold to confront. Sometimes I wonder, how will the generation look like? How will the next generation look like if we are to raise children who can't speak? That's the question I do ask. How will the next generation look like? So it's our responsibility as parents to raise, not just raising, we have to practice this ourselves. Then our children will replicate. Because if they see you do it once, they see. Another thing is that sometimes even what we do, our children may not even know about it. Like I said, okay, let me narrate one of my stories, how I developed courage. Yeah, how I developed courage. The truth is, we do not really see our parents. The only times we see our parents are when they are home. True of us. That's the only time. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. That's the only time we see our parents. And the truth is, even if we see them, we don't really have time to chat with them, you know. So when I was growing, I do see my mom all the time. My father, yeah, but not always. Sometimes he's on duty. So, but one day, I don't really see him out there. Maybe see what he does out there. No, I don't know what they do out there. All I know is what they do inside of the home. So one day we were traveling to the village for a Christmas. I think it was for a Christmas. And my father was the one driving the car. We were in the car and he was driving. We get to a place that are full of, water, heap of water. And he thought it's something he could have, gone through smoothly. So he just passed through it. He was about to pass through it smoothly and the car stuck inside of the water. And it was a kind of heap. So, and we were like, how do we come out of this car inside this water? And the next thing he did was, he said, we wanted to come down. He said, no, stay there, don't come down. And I was watching. The next thing he drove, he put the gear, like he drove with force. He said, we must get out of this place. And he boom, and that was how he left the place. Do you know that simple act was what gave me courage? That was the day I learned courage. There are situations that makes you, people will tell you, no, let's do it like this. Or believe in yourself. If your spirit does not accept what they said, they may come from a good place, no worries. But if your spirit do not accept it, just let them be. Tell them it's okay, don't worry, I'll handle it. Follow your heart as it's led. That day was there. That I was very small. I can't really tell how old I was. I think I've not gotten up to 13 years. I don't think so. But I know I'm that young. And that gave me courage. And I said, wow, this man is courageous. And I love that. And that was the day I picked that. And since then, you don't dare me. Because I will tell you, whatever you say I cannot achieve, that thing is what I will even go for and achieve it. The point here, all this point boils down to, we need to keep challenging ourselves. There are things I do, there are things I literally do daily that gives me more courage. Those sometimes you find yourself doing some little things. I do give myself tasks. No one sent me, I gave myself. Sometimes I'll say, I really want to know how this is done. I really want to know how it is done. Not to challenge anyone. No, I don't even have time for that. I have no time for that. But I really love to give myself tasks. And when I achieve that, it gives me joy. When I look back, I say, yes, I did it. And I will do it again and again and again. And that's how you build courage. That's exactly how you build courage. You can't build courage by not taking any action, not sitting down. No. You can't build confidence by not doing anything. No. For you to be courageous and be confident, you have to learn to take action first. What is the action you are taking? Don't always listen to your heart. That's the goal. That's the main thing. Your heart is what will lead you to where you are going to. We all know ourselves. We know what we can do. Another thing, this comes to my mind. Another thing that will help you build confidence and be confident in yourself anytime, any day, anywhere, no matter how you see yourself, is what it has skipped, but I will remember it. I will. Another thing that will help you build confidence is you. Apart from making that decision, you have to always, this has skipped my mind. Why? It came and I was about to say it again and it skipped, but it's okay. I know I will remember it. Where was I before I even, because that would take me back to it and I will remember it easily. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. As you're joining, please remember to like and share this live broadcast so that others can see it. So the point I'm making is very simple, that we need to build wisdom and confidence in ourselves. Build confidence in yourself. I've talked about decision making. I've talked about getting prepared. You have to always be prepared. I've talked about courage. You just have to summon the courage. We all have these things, but you need to take action. The most critical thing here is taking action. You need to always take action. You know, sometimes when things happen, you feel like you cannot overcome this. No, don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated by, like the story I narrated to you about the policeman and the checker. If I was intimidated by the police, like when you hear the word police, you know, some people are so afraid when they hear the word police. Oh, they are like they start running. So, but I don't know why. I guess there is a purpose for that, because you can't tell me that you just see a policeman or you heard police, you started avoiding or running away. Something is wrong somewhere. That's the way I see it. So the thing here is very simple. Like I said, I don't want to take much time today. I just want to do a 1 hour video live streaming. And we need to build confidence in ourselves. But no matter what, I hope this helps you. If there is anything you feel like to ask, please let me know in the comments or in the chat box, for we to be able to tackle this. Confidence is all we need. Our children need. The one that even pains me the more, like where I feel the pain so much, is the children. Because sometimes I look at how things are, like what they go through, not apart from my own children. I do see other children, like the way they do. I'm like, I don't really know. I keep asking, and then do they not have parents? Because I believe in Africa, like I say this and I'm proud of it, in Africa, a child is not just your child. Any child out there is any parent's child. Like, how do I put it? A parent can see a child misbehaving out there, and the parent will correct the child. It's not his or her, no, but they will correct the child. No, this is not how to do it. This is the way to do it. But here, or in the Western world, I hardly see that. Like, everybody literally mind their business. Nobody even care to look at you or see what you are doing or trying to. Whoever that does that may have an interest in something. That's how I see it. That's the way I see it. So I don't know about your opinion. Let me know about your own opinion here, because in the chat box, because that's how I see it. In Africa, where I come from, in Nigeria, where I come from, anyone can correct a child. It doesn't matter if it's your own child or someone else's child. But in Western world here, this long period that I have lived, you can't even talk to some like, seriously, you can't even talk to anyone. They will see somebody, a child, misbehaving, they don't care. They will not even talk. And I'm like, why can't you tell the child this is not correct? So do the right necessary thing or do the right things. So, but that's the thing. That's the thing. We need to train our children, bring them up, like the Bible says, train a child in the way he should go, and when they grow, they will not depart from it. We need to follow this principle. That's the only way we can have a better generation, a good generation. Because sometimes I'm like, I know every generation has their own thing. Like, seriously, every generation have their own thing. But the thing here is very simple. Confidence, we need to start practicing it in our own lives, so that when our children watch us, they replicate what they have seen. And one thing I notice most is that the children do not take what you say, like, do not replicate what you say, but what they see you do. Not what they hear with their ears, but what they see you do. So that's the challenge we are having, especially in the Western world, because our children don't even know what we do for a living. Most of our children don't even know what we do for a living. Some even who knows what we do for a living don't even have time to chat with us. There is no time to, sit down and talk to a child and ask, how was your day? Did it go well? What happened? Like in Italian, they will say, raccontami. Raccontami tutto che è successo. Tell me everything that happened. But I don't know. That's why, if you know, please let me know your own opinion in the chat box or in the comment section. That would be lovely, because I would love to hear from you. So we need to build this confidence in our children, and that's the main thing. That's the main goal in our lives, in our children, in everything. Do not be afraid. Don't just make that bold step, and you will see. Like I said, set small goals for yourself. If you have not been able to, there are things that boost confidence. Like I said, when you set small goals and you achieve them, it will encourage you to go more, do more. You say, oh, I have gotten this. You give yourself a high five or a like, or give yourself some special treat, because that's what, there are days, every day are not the same, but there are days sometimes when I achieve something maybe I've been wanting to, and when I achieve that, I'll go and put on music, favorite music, and rock myself down everywhere. This is exactly what I do when I achieve small wins. It's not a big, like I said, it must not be a big win, just little, and before you know it, it becomes big. How do we achieve big goals? We break the goals into smaller tasks and be taking it small. Before you know it, you get to the big one. That's how to build confidence. You have to take the action. Be prepared all the time. Don't be afraid. Whatsoever will come out, that's what Jesus himself said, do not be afraid, for I am with you. If you have this wisdom in you, this foundation, because it's a foundation, he said, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be afraid. What does it mean? Be courageous. Move forward. In the generations upon generations in the past, I have never seen anyone who put their trust in God, in their creator, in the one who made them, because we did not make ourselves. We came. There is a source of life that gave us this life. We need to recognize it, and it's speaking inside our hearts. So listen to your heart. Whatsoever your heart tells you, go for it. Do not be afraid of anything. Don't try to what if? We know we do what if a lot. And that's what stops us from making and moving forward, making the right decision and moving forward. So I encourage you, as you go to build confidence, do not be afraid. I tell you, do not be afraid. Just do your best as you can. Do not try to look at what others did. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are doing what you're supposed to do at that time. The results will come. You will be glad you made that step. There are some steps I took today, I took in the past. When I look back, I said, thank God I did that, because if I didn't do that, I would have blamed myself till death. That is it. That courage is what gives you the win. So that is exactly what it is. So wear your garments, be prepared, ever ready to make decisions, even if you don't know the outcome of the decision, but you are confident in yourself that this is what is gonna, or this is the decision you want to make. Go forward and do it. Take the action. Don't be afraid, and the universe will always be with you and guide you. So, thank you so much for taking. Meanwhile, before I even end this live streaming, I built specially for you a checklist. Is free of charge. Is free of charge. Is in the description section of this video, this live stream. This checklist is to help you build confidence, and I listed step-by-step guide, little action to take to be able to build this confidence. This has taken our time, me and my crew, to create this product for you. And this product is a product that will help you become your best version. Do not take it for granted. It's free. You don't pay for it. All you need is to download it and go through it. Take action. Go through it. If you don't know how or what to do next or how to go about, take action. Download this checklist and start building confidence. And in this way, we will replicate it. We'll keep as we are doing. Our children are learning. Our people close to us are seeing. And if you're not confident, you can't achieve anything. To be honest, there are a lot of bullies out there in the world who will not want you to get what you're supposed to, that what naturally belongs to you. They want to take it away from you. But how do you do it? To get your thing, you have to summon courage. You have to build that confidence in you. If you don't have courage, you can't build confidence. But if you don't, how do you build confidence? It all starts from action. Taking action, being prepared all the time. Don't look at how things looks like. Is it like that? Is it like this? No. Please. Take action. Download the checklist. Is in the comment section, is in the description section below. And thank you so much for taking part in this live section. I really do appreciate your efforts. I really do thank you for taking part for this live stream, because it's not easy to be here, and I commend you for that. It shows you are indeed working towards becoming the best version of you, because if you become your best version, you will love yourself forever. Like no one can talk you down yourself. No. So you have to start building confidence and start living that life you are proud of, you are bold to live. So thank you for staying to the end of this live stream. I really do appreciate your effort. I give you all the love. Take it and have a lovely and wonderful weekend ahead. I hope to see you in my next live streaming next week, because today there is a video I'm supposed to record. No, not video. There's a live stream I'm supposed to do, but I don't know what my spirit is moving me to do the confidence stuff. I keep doing it because that's the only way I know we can develop this skill. It's a skill we can develop. It's not something we are born with. So, and I hope it helps you as you download it. Also, I would like to hear your feedback on the checklist, and if there is anything you think that needs to be amended, let me know also as you go through the checklist, because I have other stuff I'm doing for you, I'm working out for you, but I'll let you know when the time reaches. So thank you so much for taking part in this live section. I really do appreciate. Have a wonderful day, and bye.